Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a move-in of the 2019-2020 planner, showing you guys kind of how I go through and do the initial setup, what I'm going to be using all the pages for as of right now, and just kind of what I did in this one and what I wanted to change. So before we go ahead and jump in, make sure you check out the description box down below. It's going to have a link to Erin Condren for $10 off your first planner if you don't have an account set up already. It will have all of the tools that I'm using today, some of the washi, or at least where it came from. Some of it is from Simply Gilded, which I will link the shop below. Some of the G2 pens that I'm going to be using, and then just some other goodies that come up in all of my regular videos. I will also have a link, as always, to Coffee Doodles down below. You'll see a lot of her stuff, including this cover is from there, which will also have a PR link that will get you 15% off of your order. And we will go ahead and jump into it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to move some physical stuff out of this planner. So I'm going to set this one to the side. But one of the things that I always keep in my planner is these note pages, the sticky pages. I forgot to order the kaleidoscope one, so that is sitting in my cart currently with an order of some other stuff that I wanted to grab. So I always keep this in the front of my planner, so that's going to be coming out and moving over to the new one. I do want to try to possibly put two in there. I don't use these a ton because I wasn't using the monthly layout in this planner, but right now I am using them to kind of forecast monthly stuff that comes up, just so that I can keep track of all of it. So it'll go on a sticky note first, and then once I get a kit, I'll lay the kit down and then add it in with the kit. I wasn't doing kits towards the end of this planner just because I had a period where I wasn't really planning and didn't want to spend the money on some of the kits if I wasn't going to be using them, mainly in like December and January. I think January was completely empty, so I didn't want to order the monthly kits, knowing that I would also be coming out of this planner very soon. So I just was writing in pen, but I do keep this in the front, like I said, for all of the monthly stuff to kind of track it before I have my monthly kit in there. Also in the back, I do keep some stuff in the pockets. This has a code so that I know where it is for my next order. I keep these sticky dots, which they are from Chrissy Ann Designs. They will also be linked down below, and I'll show you guys what I use those for. I don't order these very often. You can see that a ton of dots come on these pages, and I think this was 2 years worth of stuff, so I don't need to order those very often. And then I just keep some of the Erin Condren sticker sheets. I did decide to lay this down in June of this planner, just because of what I wanted to see what it would look like in using one of those versus a whole sticker kit from like an Etsy shop. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the simplicity of this. I might be switching over to these. I haven't really decided yet, but I do have quite a few so that I can kind of figure it out and go from there. So these do move over into the new planner as well. And then the last thing that I'm going to take out of here to move over is this pouch. This one is from, I believe, this year's planner, and it came with the Erin Condren kind of coil clip that you could add on to the back so that it was removable, because the pouch did just come on its own. And I keep stickers that I use every single week in here, like our gymnastics and my currently reading, because those are stickers that I know that I use every week. And then I will also put in the kit for the week that I'm on if I am traveling, so that I have that with me as well, so that I can plan some extra stuff. So I am going to be in this planner through the rest of June. I do still have June spread in here, but I am going to go ahead and kind of move everything over and get the new one set up so that it's ready, because this one is going to end fast. And I like to, I'm sure you guys know, pre-plan. I like to go through and lay down the stickers. You can see in here I already have next week's stickers laid down, the 27th through the 2nd. And then we are doing a month of Coffee Doodles challenge in the Coffee Doodles Co. group. So all of my kits for June are already planned out as well. So I'll go through and lay all of those down, and then once that's done, we're out of this one. So I'm going to go ahead and set that to the side. So then I'm just going to kind of set everything up in here that I know already kind of where it goes. So like my sticky notes will go in the front. The pouch always goes in the back for me, because it just holds kind of that extra stuff. So those are kind of the physical things that do need to move over with the planner. And then we have some note pages type stuff that we transfer over as well. So this planner is the Colorful Vertical 2019-2020 planner. Setup is going to be exactly the same as my old planner. I'm going to change a few things and I'll talk about those as we walk through here. But I've just found that a lot of these sections I don't really use or I don't really refer back to. So this one is something that I like to put in my planner, but I'm really bad about referring back to it. So you can see in this one I did fill it out and it has my kids' school calendar in it. But, and you can have the following year, but the following year I don't really end up using because I'm in a new planner by then. So this one, I could go down and lay down the 2019 calendar, but we just got it and I'm already moving into the 2019 planner. So I just am going to continue to use it for the kids' school calendar until I find a different use for it, just because it works out the best. And then if I am somewhere away from home, I do have the calendar to refer back to. And then maybe we'll track some bigger stuff in here, but for the most part, it's really just going to be this kids' school calendar. So what I do is I take a look at their school calendar, which this is for Hawaii Public School, so I don't feel like it's anything like super private. And then I just kind of pick a color. I try to pick a color. They all have the same amount. They all have 2 rows of dates, but when I'm looking at this, like what I have left over, I try to pick a color that has a lot of stickers left over for stuff like days they don't have school or winter break, just because I know that's going to take a lot of stickers. So you can see in this old one, which I'm going to just keep this open to kind of look at. So like no school was a color that I knew I had a lot of. Winter break was one color. Orange was spring break. I did also do the quarters ending, but that's not something that I really track for my purposes, so I'm probably going to leave that one out. And then our first day of school will have 2 different colors because my kindergartner starts on a different day than the big kids. So I'm going to use probably the color that I used for the quarter ending to annotate that he's starting versus the big kid starting. And then I did just mark one day as teacher appreciation, but we did the entire week, which actually, now that I think about that, I can't even do the whole calendar because my kids will be leaving school in December. So we're just going to put, that's going to be really difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to do July through November because I don't even know when winter break is for where we're going because we don't even know where we're going yet. So this is the problem with being a military family, guys, and having to move, is you have all of this stuff up in the air. It's about to be June, and we don't know where we're going. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and do July, August, well, not July because they're not in school in July, but we will do August, September, October, November, and I am going to annotate the start of their winter break here, although we should be leaving right before that. So let's go ahead and lay that down. Okay, so that's what that page will look like for now. So I did first day of school for my older kids, Will's first days, because he actually has 2 different days that he goes. No school, fall break, and then the beginning of winter break, because like I said, we're going to have to figure that out once we know where we're going and once we know what their dates are for school. So that's what this page will look like for now until I can finish it out with our next school's schedule, which, again, it's just super frustrating. So that's what this will look like for now. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next section. And the next section is these kind of goals pages. So this is something that I really struggled with. I sat here for a really long time going back and forth trying to figure out what I could realistically use this for, that I would possibly even remember to go back and use it, because like you can see, this is what happened with last year's, and this is actually just doodling I did today because I was trying to decide whether I wanted to wait to order stickers to mark the months here or go ahead and just write them in. So I didn't even use this in last year's. I have watched a few videos where a lot of people use these for goals sections. I'm not great with goals, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'll write it here and that doesn't mean anything. I won't go back and look at it, I won't remember to know that it's there. It's just not something that I do, and I don't want to follow somebody's setup video and not maximize this page for what I could use it for. So what I decided to do is I decided to do this to track my reading and books that I've read for that month. I'd like to also continue or really actually start doing the monthly book reviews or the monthly kind of what I've read. And this will help me kind of keep track of that. So it seems the most realistic for me right now at this point in time. Like I said, I could go through and I could write goals or things that are happening every month, but we just don't have enough to really fill this up. Our kids don't go to summer camp. We don't have summer sports right now, you know, and all I'd really end up marking is our PCS that's coming up, and that I have other pages for. So right now, that's what this is going to function as. So I'm actually going to start it when the planner starts, because I feel like that's most realistic, because it's not goal oriented, it's more as we go oriented. So it'll go July to June, which is what the planner runs, and then I'll be able to move into something else after that and see if this actually worked for me for this purpose. So I'm just going to be using my Erin Condren dual tip markers. I have these 2 packs as well as these that came in the spring box, and I'm just going to go ahead and write in the months. I'm going to keep this page super functional until I decide what I actually want to do with it. So I would like to do different colors that kind of match the lines that are here, but we'll see if that works out. I don't know that it will, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the medium side, and I'm just going to write in the date. I decided that I wanted to do it in cursive. I don't know why, because I haven't written cursive in like forever, but I just really wanted to work on my lettering a little bit too, and cursive is apparently going to help me do that, so we're going to roll with it. So as you can see, my handwriting is not perfect. It kind of got a little wacky there at the end, and I don't remember a lot of the cursive letters, to be 100% honest, but you know what? We're going to roll with it. We're going to make it work. So all of these markers do not fit in here, so we're just going to put those back like this. So this is what this is going to look like, and then I'm just going to go through and write the book titles of what I did read for the month. Again, just because I feel like it's the most functional for me. I hope that you guys can find a functional way to use this page, but this is what's going to work for me, which is why I love that it's lined. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so then moving on, I'll talk about the notes set up in my notes review. I've kind of been trying to figure out a way that I want to use this as well, and it's something that I'm still working with. So once I actually have a plan with me for the month of July, then I'll be able to show you guys what I plan on doing with those pages. So for right now, we're going to flip back to the notes section, the beloved half-week notes section. I did ask other people about this, and it looks like that might be a common occurrence in some of the planners. I don't know. We're just going to leave it as is. I didn't want to hassle for a couple of days, so we're just going to leave it as is. So for this notes page, what we're going to do is we're going to do a Hawaii bucket list. I did start that in my other planner. We didn't make a ton of headway on the bucket list, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy over what was right here and just write that in the new planner. because these are a lot of things that we still want to do, except Volcano Shakes is closed. It's so sad. I'm not going to be using stickers this time. I'm just gonna keep it functional for these pages, and then but I am going to be putting washi at the top. So the very first one that we're going to do is the Hawaii bucket list. I decided that I wanted to use the Simply Gilded Hawaii specific washi tape because why not? It's Hawaii. And so we'll get this laid down, and we'll get some bucket list items thrown on here. I haven't decided. I want to use these stickers in the back because I think they're super cute. So what I might do is I might even do like a kaleidoscope sticker over that to make it prettier. Okay, sorry about that. Had to make some changes. My memory card ran out of space, and then the light was all crazy, so it was a weird couple of minutes, but we're good to go now. So I did add some of the eats there. Those are some places that I know for a fact that we want to go, but we haven't gotten to yet. And then I'm just gonna add the hiking down here because I know that we won't need a ton of space for stuff to visit, which actually one of our things to visit was the Big Island, and we're doing that, so that's exciting. Because we wanted to take a family trip to a different island while we were still here, so yay for knocking stuff off the list, right? Okay, and then I'm just writing down some of the hikes, which those are actually all of the same ones that we already had in the planner, so that's perfect. So this is what the Hawaii bucket list looks like, and then I'm gonna flip to the next page. So, okay, so for these two pages, I'm gonna use these as a PCS to-do list or a moving to-do list. This side is going to be to-dos for here. This side is gonna be to-dos at our new place, which means this side is going to be kind of empty because, again, we don't know where we're going yet. We don't know if we're going to buy a house. We don't know what the schools are going to look like, but I can write some stuff in here as far as look at schools, register for school, stuff like that. I do also have, I talked a bit about this in my previous video of getting ready to PCS. I do also have a list on my phone, and it does just have some to-dos, to sells, and to buys. And some of this stuff I will write on either side of this. Like I know for to buys, the way that I separated it, and I don't know if it'll focus on my phone, probably not because of the lighting, but the way that I separated it, if you can kind of see that, is I have boxes beside stuff for here, or for the new place, and then palm trees beside the stuff for here, because it was stuff that I could do here, whereas like a washer and dryer we're not going to buy until we get there because we don't want to buy them and then have to put them through a move. So there's certain stuff that we know we want to sell before we leave. So I don't know if I'll break this down into, probably what I'm going to do is I am going to do that. I'm going to write, just like I did with Hawaii, I'm going to split it up into separate sections, and it's going to be kind of to-dos, to buy, to sell, and then I'll keep track of it that way. The to-do list is obviously going to be bigger than everything else. I think that's how we're going to do it. That makes the most sense to me. I am going to use this Hawaii washi again for this page because it'll be to-dos on this side, and I really love this washi and don't feel like I'll use it a ton. And then this side is going to be just the Simply Gilded. This is a newer one, and I am a horrible person and don't remember the names of these. It was from one of the Stardust releases she just did recently. I'm trying to not lose myself in the Simply Gilded washi because I've done a washi collection before and I never used it, but I feel myself falling further and further every time I look at their website. So we'll see how it goes. You guys can reprimand me in a month or two when my washi collection has grown bigger than my flippin' area. So, okay. So same thing, I'm going to lay down washis for these, put my cute little kaleidoscopes here, and then we'll come back to do the pen. so that's done. So now we're just gonna go ahead and add, I really like this green color, so we're gonna keep that. So this one is gonna say PCS list Hawaii side. And then we'll outline that, and I'll make sure to do the side lines before I draw over. Good thing these are pens that do not smear, because that would be messy. And then for this side, I'm going to do it in purple outlined in pink just to match the washi tape, because I feel like that would be super cute. And we're just going to do PCS lists and then leave the side blank because we don't know where we're going. So we'll leave it like that for now. You guys, it's really frustrating. I know that if you're another military family, you can empathize with me here, but it's just super duper frustrating when you've got no info and we're supposed to be moving a family of 5 in like, what, 7 months, 6 months, 7 months? It's just really frustrating. Just needed to put that out there and vent a little. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like for that. I'm gonna be using, let's do blue, and didn't I bring, I thought I brought more pens, but maybe I didn't. We're just gonna do black. Okay, so we're gonna be using purple and blue for these, and same thing here. I'm just gonna kind of go back and look at my notes a little bit, and then, so like this time we know, on this side we know that we need to buy Luna an airline crate. So actually I need another color. See, we're just going to do black for the other color because I thought I brought more pens with me and I didn't. So we're going to do a to-do list here. Then we're going to do a to buy, and then to sell. So that's all set up there. Sorry, I didn't realize you guys couldn't see the other side of that. This camera angle thing is hard to get used to. So there's that, and then we're just gonna do, see if I can get this up here a little bit better. There we go. Okay, and then we're just gonna do purple. So that's what that side's going to look like for now. And then this side is also going to have a the same list to do to buy all that jazz, but we are going to do this one won't have really anything on it except for the to buys, because there's a lot of stuff, like I said, that we're waiting to buy on the other side of PCSing. Actually, I'm not even going to put it to sell because there shouldn't be anything to sell, but there is going to be a lot of stuff to buy on that side. So this will just have a to do and a to buy, and then I'll be able to put at least like register for school, because that's something that I know we'll need done, but probably before we even leave here. So just kind of an example of what it'll look like. There's other stuff that I need to go through and do, so it'll be a little bit more thorough. but these are pages that I am going to come back to a lot over the next few months because it's going to kind of keep my brain straight on what we need to do. So that's that, and then for this last page, I need to work on the idea a little bit more before I go ahead and lay it down. I'm going to prepare it and I'm going to write some stuff. This was an idea I got from Plan with Ronald, which I will link her channel down below, but I know that I think she said she got it from someone else, maybe Jen Plans or something like that. But we're going to do a page full of favorite meals, because I like the idea of having somewhere quick and easy to kind of look back at and get meal ideas if I'm stuck or if we don't have anything planned, to make sure that we are trying to not eat out as much as possible. You know, with a move coming up, we need to save money, and also to kind of give me ideas, even when just in a regular slump, when I don't have a ton of meals planned. This will kind of help me out with that as well. So I'm going to use this really gorgeous rainbow washi that I absolutely adore. And we're just going to put this across the whole page because I know that I'm not going to use them for coloring pages because I'm just not. I don't color in my planner. I think it'd be really cool if they just made this a straight dot grid instead of having the weird edges with the coloring. Because I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You guys let me know down below. Do you use yours to color? Do you actually color in the pages? Because I know I watched a couple of unboxing reviews where they said that they don't think anybody does, or they don't use it, or it was something to that effect. And I was like, you know, that's a really good question. Do people actually color? Although, you know what? I did see in one of the Facebook groups the other day that they did post a photo of their pages colored in. So I mean, I guess maybe some people do like doodling if you like doodling and stuff. I'm just not artsy. I love to color, but my problem is that I have to have an example to go off of because my mind is just not creative on its own. So I look for an example to go off of that's everything that I need to know. That way I'm not floundering trying to figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Erin Condren markers for this one, and I'm going to do red to match the washi. And we're going to outline it in this pretty blue. And we're just going to kind of go one out. That's the other thing I love about dot grids, is that you don't have to use a ruler and you don't have to guess. It's kind of already laid out for you. Ta-da! See how quick that was? And then we're also going to use purple and orange. Orange is my favorite color. So the way that I believe she had it separated is she had it separated by meat type, so beef, chicken. We use a lot of turkey, so I'll probably do beef/turkey because we just sub it in where we can. Chicken, and then she also had meatless, so pasta ideas. So that's what I'm going to do for mine as well. And I'm going to use this thin side to do that one because I feel like it could get very messy very quickly. So we're just going to do beef/turkey. Chicken. And then meatless. So these are actually favorite dinners. I don't know why I wrote meals, but we're going to go with it. These are actually favorite dinners. And then I'm just going to write kind of a list underneath. So enchiladas and tacos for the kids is one that we do quite often because we love enchiladas. The kids don't love it. They love tacos, but it's okay. And then we're going to write Italian chicken here. So just to kind of have a list to go back to, something else that I like that Sam from Happily a Housewife did is she actually also then went down and made a grocery list. So that's what I might do on this page for just some of the really big favorite meals of ours, a grocery list. So for enchiladas, I would write enchilada sauce, 2 pounds of hamburger, tortillas, cheese. So I have a grocery list of everything that I need to make that meal, because I love that if we get to a place where you can do online ordering for your groceries, if I'm stuck for dinners, all I have to do is put in an online grocery order, go pick it up, and then I have food ready to go. So I really like the idea of doing that. Hopefully, again, this will be a functional page. I haven't done anything like this before, so I don't know how functional it's going to be for me, if I am going to actually look back at it and use it as often as I would like to, but that is the hope. So I will update you guys on that at some point and let you know if I am actually using it. And then the rest of the pages I don't have a big use for, just because I don't, I don't have an idea for these other grid pages, so they're just going to stay blank for now. If I add something on later, then I might do that. But what I have played around with is a list of each kid and the school clothes that they need, but that changes on a year-to-year basis depending on if they had a growth spurt or not, what their sneakers look like. So I'm not sure that I want to do that either. Another idea that Plan with Ronald had was she uses these as quote pages to kind of keep inspirational quotes. I like that idea more, which would be something I would just go through and fill out when I found quotes that spoke to me. But for right now, they're just going to stay empty. And then this page, I've decided that I'm going to keep track of. This page, I don't know. Don't even look over there. I have no idea. This page is going to be my planner buddies. I'm going to write down their names, their addresses, so that I have their address quick and handy if I need to look it up to mail them a package. Because there's no other, I have the Erin Condren address book, so there's no other addresses that I would need to have very quickly. So that's what I'm going to do with that page for now. And then I never really have a use for this page either. The last planner I believe that I wrote, we were PCSing, so each month I've kind of written something down. But I don't really, my life is not together enough to know what I'm going to be doing in 2 years. It's just not. Maybe that's the problem with ordering the June to July or July to July planner, is that my life is just not put together enough to know what I'm doing in January of 2021. It's just not. So for right now, that's going to stay blank. I'm going to look around for ideas on how to use it, but at this point, I just don't really have anything right now. So that is the move-in / setup for the Erin Condren 2019-2020 planner. I hope that these give you guys some ideas on how to set your stuff up if you were struggling or looking for something to do with certain pages. I appreciate you guys making it through this video. If you did get to this point, I know that it was kind of long and kind of chatty, but again, I just wanted to kind of share ideas that I found from other people that I'm hoping will work for me as well. So please hit that red subscribe button down below if you haven't already and you'd like to stick around for additional videos. And I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know down below your thoughts if you found it helpful, if you're using your pages for different ideas, and I will chat with you guys next time. Bye!